All right, hello everyone. So today is Thursday, the 16th. Now, this is the 15th of November. Now, remember, yesterday I gave the hours and I also noted about the swing days, if you recall. And I also advised you when to expect a sudden movement between 3:50 my time and 4:50. And then we should have 5:25 as where the market can probably swing if it's a technical level or not. And then expect sudden moves again. And if it causes a breakout, we should go towards the ending. So it depends on that cause of a breakout. But as you can see here yesterday, let's start with gold. This is the sudden move. Now, remember with gold yesterday, we had swing day, all right, which was Wednesday, and we had price targets up here. The market didn't get there. It got a bit close, as you can see. And this is where we were expecting the sudden move there, as you can see. And the market made that sudden move, came into the weekly pivot right there. Okay, so a bit of a retracement is what we were expecting. The daily pivot is here today, so I'm just going to refresh that and see how things pan out. Now you can see, because that was a swing day, and I did say if it comes up, we should be looking to sell. All right, so basically that's it. And also this zone here was yesterday a sell zone. This was the surprise move I talked about, and that's basically it. And I said the market should also, like I said, should flow in that direction. And this is basically that 10 o'clock in the closing, the market just went down and then just started going sideways. Now we're here, and let's see what we can do today. First of all, let's take a look at the daily. I'll go to the daily now. Here's the daily. Now remember, that's the zone I said we should tap into, and that's exactly what the market did, just below the red line of yesterday, which was that line there. And I said if it comes here at Astro hours, we should sell it off. Okay. So if you did fine, if you did sell from the highs here, that's fine. If you didn't, that's also fine. Okay, because if you think it didn't get there, and that's fine, because some people sold and some didn't, and that's both fine. Now let's take a look, because some people say it's close enough. Some people say, well, I'd like to see it on top, and if there's a surprise coming, I didn't want to push my luck, and that's also a smart move too. So nobody's doing anything stupid as long as you got your money management and your technical analysis with the Astro hours in check. So with this, let's take a look. Now, once again, this is going to be probably a place where we can retest to sell off, and we're going to be careful for 57, which is 1974. So now I'm going to put 1974. I'm going to keep this 1983, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to take 1974, which is there. Okay, so this is going to be, whoopsie daisy. So that's going to be a level for us. Now I'm going to get rid of this because this was yesterday's. Okay. If the market does go back up again, should fill in the gap, and then we should have a push down. If they want to sell, it should be at the Astro hours. Now today's Astro hours, let me put it up as well. Radio. So here we are, right? So this is it. Now, if this works out fine, okay, if we go up, then come back and go up, it's good. And if we get up here, you can expect a breakout during this time period. So you have to be a bit smart here, right? On the one hand, Wednesday was a swing day. The next swing day, as you know, I posted on Monday, so you got to check them out. So we could end up with a reversal here or on the next swing day, okay, which, like I said, I posted on Monday, right? So what to do? The market can still head up a little bit. So if we have a pullback, let's see what that is. $19.50s there. All right. If we come back into 1950 at an Astro hour, the market can pick up here to go up. Or if we go back up to this zone here, 1973 in the Astro hours, okay, the market could reverse. But because there are aggressive breakout moves happening, guys, I told you this week is tricky, right? Really tricky, tricky, tricky. So you have to be careful about what's going on today. This week, actually, the whole week, because we've got some funny aspects happening. But this 1050 looks good to me. So 1050, 1150, if we're at a technical level, if the market is down, it's not a bad idea. If the market goes up and sticks around somewhere, expecting a breakout is also not, not a bad kind of idea. So the market, despite the fact that it was swing day Wednesday, it could still chill out. If we end up, at the resistance level, so you have to be careful after this 12:40 because then things are going to start to get aggressive until New York opening. Okay, so be careful. If you want to go long here with a tight stop loss, you can. Or I'm not going to stop you doing that. Why? Because the market went up, retraced. We're at a retracement level. Okay, so going back up, closing the gap, you should at least come up into somewhere around here if the market decides to go up here. And this is not a bad place where here change is logical. It's a nice intraday spot where the market can change. Okay, one little drama is, as you know, I like to buy when the market is down, and here this is right at the resistance. So okay, that's the problem. So that's the problem. So you might just want to let it go. If it breaks out and then pulls back in the next bar, you can, but you can see that resistance here is that 61.62, that 1962.80 zone, okay, which is that daily pivot there. So you need this to be broken out, and then on a pullback, you can go long into these hours. That's what you can do. If the market mucks around here still, it's also, like I said, waiting for a breakout one way or another. All right, so if you want to try your luck selling, okay, then you can, but you need to be careful because of this breakout moves happening in this period. Don't go against the grain. If a harsh move comes in, then go with the flow. You could do it downwards as well, since Wednesday was a swing day. Okay, so if we're mucking around here, let's say, then we can have like a push down and then a breakdown during this period, and then that could take us even further down into here. So it's a bit tricky. All right, so we're going to have to manage it. SP 500. Now, yesterday I said this is a sell zone. So if you were working on it, great. This is the surprise hours. Remember I said expect surprise between these hours here. Nice surprise move here. If you sold on this Astro hour, that's 5:45. Okay. Now if you take a look at 5:45, yesterday I didn't have anything at 5 for what did I say? 6:55, which is 5:45 on there. Okay, 6:55 is on the 5:45 bar. This is a 15-minute bar. So we had that sudden move potential. Between 350 to 450, which is that there. And then we had 525, which is the 425 bar here. Okay. And then the market drifting upwards. And then we had the 655, which is 545 bar on the platform, and then the market falls down, retrace up, sell off again. Now remember with this as well, SP 500, remember about the swing days as well. Remember we had Wednesday for a swing day for SP 500. So selling the highs was what we wanted to do. These were the price levels, but once you see a reaction like this going down, you can see the market is just, unforgiving, comes back into the Astro hour and just nails it. And that's basically what the market did. All right. And that's it. Now, pushing down to go down is not a bad idea. This is your zone there. All right. As you can see, the market's first support is going to be 69, 4479.47. So 4479. So we should come down into this 4479 zone here. Okay. And that's the first level. On the weekly, yeah, see how it's made the price targets, and that's just magic there. Okay. If you're using your ATAM, these are straightforward on there. Now, I'm not putting here, like, I sometimes put the, what do? I put the PST levels. Why? Because here you can see all of these clearly, right? Like where the target is, let's say the weekly, you see that the targets are there, 4,520, 4,501. So you understand these price targets are already there. But when there's a point here, like kind of like pointing it out here so that you can see what's going on. Okay, and that's 4,520. We had what, 4,530 there on the PST or whatever I marked in there. There you go, 4,530. So that's just shy of that market going down. So if this continues to go down, which I think it should, because if that swing day was the day, it should be the high. So if New York goes up in any way, we want to sell off, okay, and push it down back into that level. And then we've got this 64, 63 zone, which is going to be 4,448 to 4,453, 4,448 to 4,453 is there. And that's the first support. And this is what I'm going to get rid of now because we're out of that. Okay, so going further down at Astro Hours is logical and kind of like makes sense, I think, to do so. As you can see, we're like having markets where the market just pushed down. So if we go back up into the daily pivot, pushing down to further down is not a bad idea. And on the weekly, it makes sense as well since we made some Astro Hours. So selling these zones is okay. And it's nice to see we're getting some kind of a sell reaction on a swing day as well. That's nice. Euro dollar, let's take a look now. With the euro dollar, as you can see, that's the goodbye kiss. Selling is not a bad idea, and this is it today, right? So remember also the euro dollar swing day, as I mentioned on Monday. Okay, that was what? Monday and Friday. Okay, so what we might see with this one is a dip down into Friday or come back down on Thursday to go back up again on Friday, and then next week will definitely be sellers. But this is a good goodbye kiss zone there. There's still a bit of a target there, so you have to be careful. Maybe it'll hit that on the Friday. But in essence, as you can see, that's your Mercury line, your goodbye kiss, and that's it. All right. So we were long yesterday with this the day before. Well, on what was it, Monday? Monday, yeah. We said we could go long with the breakout, nice and easy. It did all the targets plus the goodbye kiss. Now then, if you want to sell it off, you have to be careful, like I said, to that level there. And because the swing there was Monday and then the next one is tomorrow, okay, what you want to do is be smart. Now, this is not a bad spot also to go long because this is your manipulation bar, okay, as you can see there, and the market stalled there, and your Astro hour is there, okay, 6:15, 8:20, so it's going to be, what is this, 15 minutes, so it's going to be, it's going to be 7:20, right, so it's this one here. So we still have time. I made a mistake on this one. It should be 7:20. Let me see, 6:45, 7:20 there. All right, so that's how it is. And also on this one too, my mistake. Apologies for that. Just make sure you're always, double checking on your time frame and your time zones as well. Okay. So that's the euro dollar there. So from the lows here, we should at least go back up into the opening or daily pivot. As you can see, this is turning into some kind of a distribution. So the market will want to buy the low to push up, take out the stop losses, and then sell the top. And that sounds logical for Friday. Okay. If we keep pushing down until Friday, then Friday we're going to look for a low to go long. Okay. But I would suspect this, if this turns into a distribution, like we want to be selling from the highs today and tomorrow. Okay, and that's how it should pan out, in my opinion. We've got room to come down. We got room to come down and fill in. The support for today is 61.0783. So if the market does keep pushing down 1.07 83 is pretty much there, okay, which is pretty much that bar there. And that's also fine. On the weekly, like I said, that level is still on the radar, so be careful because the PST level, market likes to hit those levels. And that's basically it. 75 up here is 1.0942. We'll go with 1.0906. That might happen, like I said, Friday as well. Okay, so maybe. And that's about it. So any up move, we're okay to sell on this one and to push down. It should cover the gaps. We should make some money during the day, at least on that one, to the downside as well. If you want to buy the lows as well, you certainly can. You definitely can. You can do it here. You can do it here. No problem at all. Let's take a look at Dow Jones, NASDAQ, and Bitcoin. All right, so if we carry on with Dow Jones, let's take a look. So that's the evening time there. As you can see, you can still, you can put the astrals like I do always and just check out what's going on or what really happened, as you can see from the astrals, right? So same kind of thing here, okay? 330, that's so 350, that's going to be your 250 on the platform there. 250 there, okay? So that's the surprise move coming in. And then that's your 425 bar, market going up into the hours I said, which were 10:30 to 10:45, and then we had the closing where the market just stalled sideways. So that's your 9:45, 9:30 on the platform because the platform is 1 hour behind. All right, so that's basically it here. And with NASDAQ, same kind of thing. Remember, Tuesday for this was the swing day. NASDAQ was a bit off in any case. So with NASDAQ, we had Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. So Friday could still make a high, but let's take a look at this. Look, this is Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. All right, so Monday, it made the low of the week, closed the gap. Tuesday went up, and SP 500 was a swing day Wednesday, and we talked about this level. Remember, we said double top or sweep the stop. Okay, and that's your sweep. So any push up we want to sell down, but the support here is pretty close at 71.69, which is 15,747 to 16. So 15,747 to 15,716 there. All right. So this is the support for the day, okay, which is where the market picked off here, and that's your manipulation buy. If you want to draw that out, you can here. But remember, there's a gap here. Okay, so what we want to do, well, we'll just take this whole zone here. Okay, but there is what we see a big gap here. So the market want to close that off as well. So if the market, like slightly tilts up, you want to sell, but don't sell on the support. Obviously, it's no good. All right, that level 65 is still on the cards. The market can still make a tad higher, okay, and surprise everyone. So don't be taken by surprise. On the daily, you don't see a level there, but on a weekly, your first level is that 65, okay, and that's 16,045. Now the next one is a bit off. It's 237 and 403. So only if we break above the 16,045 can we think about selling on the higher levels. So just putting 16,045 here is okay. All right. In any case, I've put the other level there. And this is a support level. Like I said, if we get into a distribution phase, on the upside of things, you want to be selling down with the indices as well. Bitcoin, let's take a look with Bitcoin. Now, I talked about this as well. The market can come up, and this is a swing day again. So this is a nice fall down, market going up. Now we should push down as well, and that's a swing day too. Okay, and if you take a look at Bitcoin swing days, I had these yellow lines here, as you know, and Wednesday and Friday. are also swing days. So that's your Wednesday, beautiful swing day, going all the way up there. That's your Wednesday. So today we're on a Thursday. So from here or tomorrow, the highs, market can still sell off. This zone is a sell-off zone. When the market comes down into a target, okay, like I don't know, like where the market picked up before, you have to understand you can't sell the low, you have to sell a high. So I did give some targets yesterday, and I did say, as you know, I hope you're reading the explanations as well. Why? Because I said if it causes a breakout, it should push to take us into there, right? So if a breakout happens, like it's a breakout happening, okay? Why? Because this was the first PST level, that's the weekly pivot there. So as the breakout here is happening, it's taking us into that 945, which is there, okay? And the closing there. So as you can see, the market kind of like took us up into that zone, and now it should sizzle down as well. So if we come back up again, selling is again, in my opinion, is okay. Why? Because it's a sell zone. All right, we've got levels up to, as you can see, 38,250. Okay, and 73 today is not a bad idea. 38,525. 38, 525, 38, 525 is there. So if it hit, if it hits up again, this is also going to be, in my opinion, okay to be shorting down. There's a lot of liquidity down here as well. So selling the highs is going to give you a better chance as well. Just make a note of this 76 here, which is 39,622. Why? Because sometimes they like to break out, take it to the first target, and then sell it off. You just have to match it to your Astro hours. If it gets there at the Astro hour, then you can sell it off. Okay, if you want to buy it, I'd wait for the market to come down into the daily or the weekly levels here and then buy if you're going to buy it. If it comes down first into an Astro hour, you can definitely go long. If it goes up first to a level in an Astro hour, you can then short it off. And that's it.